Your 2025 starts right now.
Closing is always easy when you're in Cardone U. We role play with Grant Cardone's team. They know just what to do. They're always there to support us. We couldn't ask for more. On our way in the right direction, we found what we're looking for. In FLC, in FLC. Closing is better with appointment setters. You'd better believe we're not a team but a family. We work together in harmony. We are devoted, on that you can quote me, in FLC.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the FLC Hangout, where your freedom lifestyle begins. We're back and better than ever. Super excited to get into this topic and super excited to have Shashmita back. I am so happy you're here. Thank you for coming, even though it was so last minute.
And thank you for having me last minute.
Of course, always. I just know that this topic that we're going to be speaking about today is super powerful. And I know that us three together is just going to be amazing. So get your notebooks out, get ready to take notes. Before we get into anything, make sure you're following us all on Instagram. They're on the screens here, here, and here somewhere. They're also in the descriptions below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit this little notification bell so you never miss an episode, because who would want to miss an episode? With all that being said, like the video too, if you want to help us reach more people, because we believe everyone deserves to be free, and this is where it starts. With all that being said, and without any further ado, Misty, over to you. What are we speaking about today?
Josie, we're speaking about why do people want to slow down like they're reaching a finish line at this time of year. Why do they do that? Like, the end of the year is not a finish line. Honey, the end of the year is a beginning. It is when you need to start the next year's success now, right? So why do the people do that? It's like, okay, so before I pass it to you, Shushmita, because I know you have a lot of gold to give us, I know that for me and a lot of people I know, this time of year, it starts to get like gloomy and dark and kind of heavy. And they're like, oh, kind of go into their cocoon because it starts getting colder and that, the winter years and stuff. But really, that's when we should be coming out of that and be like, you know what? No, this is my time to really get out there and shine. And when everybody else is slowing down, I'm going to pick up and do more and just, like hit that ground running for the next year. And I think that's awesome. Shushmita, I am so excited to hear what you have to say. What do you think? What are you doing? Huh? You're doing something. What are you doing?
I know one reason why this is the time some people tend to slow down. And there's a good reason, because in the last quarter, like October, November, and DCM break, at the 3 months, like at the very end, when we already had 10 months. So it is the time when people reflect on the year. I do. Though I wouldn't say that it slows down my actions, but I tend to reflect on how this year started, what are the goals I had, or what are the random actions, spontaneous actions I have taken, and how did the results come up? What could I have done better? What could I have done that I have not done, or things that I should have taken into account? All those associated things, introspection, if you must. So this is the time when we tend to move toward that direction, and then we make a decision about how we continue toward the next year. And Many of us, I'm not the only one. I know you all are, Misty and Josie, you two are practicing, we practice gratitude, like how far we have come. And I know Misty and Josie motivates me. For those of you who don't know, if you want personal check-ins, just comment below, motivate me, and you will see the magic. So yeah, from time to time, I tend to fall into that trap of, "Oh, what just happened? Oh my God, why did this happen this way?" And Miss and Josie picks me up, like pulls me up. Hey, and that's what happens. So we are in November now. It's 111. So it's okay if people are, or those of you who are trying to uh, go through the steps and reflect and introspect. That's absolutely okay. We are with you. I know Missy and Josie are absolutely on top of everyone. I know that. And after that, December is festival and then New Year. So this may be this is one reason why people need to take a step back just to observe the timeline, and then they make decisions. Usually, I will say, people who take time to reflect on themselves make good decisions, because there are many people, businesses, industries who are stay positive and do the right things and do whatever it takes. Very often they are detached from reality and detached from the outcomes, how it affects themselves as well as other people. And we are not those kind of people. And I absolutely vote for Misty and Josie for not being those kind of people, because every time we consider how we are going to help others, what are the consequences that everyone is going through for our actions. So I will say those who reflect and take a step back are usually the good people we want to be around.
Ooh, well said. Thank you. And right back at you, Shashmita. We all lift each other up. Like when I'm feeling down, all I need to do is join the team meeting and I feel better afterwards. So I think, yeah, same back to you. And it's so true that I said it at the beginning that your 2025 starts actually now, not on January 1st. And you might be thinking, what do you mean? It's November 1st. Like, leave me alone. We still have 2 months of the year. Leave it, stop it, stop it. And I know, I get it. I used to be like that as well. But what I mean by that is we have at the time of recording this right now, we have 8 weeks of the year left. Now, what you want, and I'm sure some of you have already started thinking about it. If not, start thinking about it. What do you want your 2025 to look like? Whether that's professional wise, personal wise, fitness wise, whatever it is, what do you want that 2025 to look like? And imagine if you start working on that now. You get a 2 months head start of the year. If you start, yes, you could start on January 1st, like everyone else, and trial and error then, and only really start committing then. Or you could start committing right now to what you want your next year to look like. Go through all that trial and error, go through what you might need to change, and go through those mental shifts that you are going to go through anyway. And by the time it comes to January 1st, you're already way ahead in that journey you want to be on. So imagine if you started right now, Kimmy agrees, how far you could actually be when it comes to January 1st. Right, Kimmy? Right.
She's like, you're number one, Jessie.
She's like, I have a story to tell, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, bye. But I wanted to ask you guys, actually, what are some tips that you would give people who are like, it's always, you get to this kind of time of the year, and if you're anything like me, you go through a little bit of a funk where you want next year to be better, but you don't quite know how that's going to look. Or what are some tips that you would give anyone to actually get more clear on that?
Be on the Project 1 Million in 1 Year event.
Oh, I like it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Get in FLC. Let us help you. Let us tell you. Let us show you.
Yeah.
Join the family, because the best way to harvest your crops is to plant your seed now, right? So if you want a bountiful crop, you have to plant your seeds, because without those seeds and planting something now, you're not going to have a crop later.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
So
true.
we always want to plan for the future. And so even though we want to live, like Master Shreya Krishna says, live in the now, you want to live in the now, but plan for the future, if that makes sense. And because of the fact that you want to like start, if you're trying to think, okay, I want my 2025 to be better, I want to know, so in what area do I want that to improve? And then you start researching and doing a few different things and trying to find out, how can I improve that? And the best way to build a house that will last thousands of years, hundreds of thousands, or even hundreds, or whatever, a long time, is to have a solid foundation. When's the best time to create a solid foundation? To start with before the beginning of next year, right? Am I wrong, or am I just always right?
You're always right, Misty.
See, I keep telling people that and they don't want to believe me.
It's always right. It's on record.
See, I got proof now.
Yes, for those who are watching, comment, Misty is always right. And yeah, I am telling you, Misty is always right.
That would be funny if I actually did.
Right charm, Misty. So yeah, as you guys say. And of course, I am all in for taking spontaneous actions, but I have encountered people who take spontaneous actions without a plan. Eventually, like there's a saying, rolling stone gathers no moss. So you can take it positively or negatively. All the time having fun, doesn't it get boring sometimes? Like, to me, it must get boring at sometimes. Yet you must have a plan, and it is scientific. Like, when you know what you want, your brain, how do I say? Like, your brain receives signals, even though it seems like you took a spontaneous action. When you look back, you connect the dots, like, oh my God, actually, it all happened for a reason. And yeah, it works for those who believe. I would say, if financial advancement is in your own list, and if you are looking for ways to make sure that you have enough tools that your financial advancement will keep growing and growing and growing, then definitely join Project 1 Million in 1 Year, which is our last event of the year, is coming up. Of course, you will find all the details in description here, anywhere. Misty and Josie will add it. The thing is, if you, one thing I want to mention, that there are many companies, businesses, industries that hunt people who are in dire distress. So that is the time when I have been in that phase in my life where, what is the saying? Help me, girls, like holding on straws. What is that phrase? Like, you are grabbing straws.
Like clutching on straws, yeah.
Yeah, like when
straws.
Yeah,
grasping straws.
Grasping straws, right? So I have been there, and in desperation, in despair, if many of you are watching, please share with us. Like, if we don't wish that upon anyone, that you be in that situation. Hence, we are not saying like, see what you are going through, but if you have went through that situation, please share with us that in that moment, doesn't it seem like whatever it takes to get me out, And doesn't it seem like any one thing, if that could solve all my problems, I would do? That's not how life works. It's a series of actions and it's a series of associations that we need to work on. Our health, wealth, relationship, and work and negotiation, how we manage our emotions, also how we manage our actions, all these are blended in. So financial advancement, if you have already, please join the event because there is no finishing line. Like, I don't know if you have watched the series where it was long ago. The series name was Desperate Housewives.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of you who have watched, there was an episode where Eva Longoria was a very wealthy man's wife, and she was always splashing money. And she meets a friend who had been very rich, but she lost everything while treating her husband. And Eva Longoria, she was bragging to her husband, like, we manage our money so well. And she was just bragging. And the poor friend, she said, so you think you crossed a finishing line? That's what you think. So on that series, this scene represented like you must have compassion and not take anything for granted. Here I am referring to that, like if you are financially in a very good place, God bless you, and you want this to be forever that way. If you want to help employ people and channel your business or your growth into more pillars, into more aspects, then join Project 1 Million in 1 year. If you are in that situation where I don't wish that upon anyone, yet if you think you are in a very financial struggle for a long time and you want to get out, then join Project 1 Million 1 year. This is a free event. You don't have to pay money. Just have your mindset checked. If you think about money, money is the root of all evil, or money is why there's war, why people are killing, like families break down and all that. Yes, all those are true. What we learned from Master, like from former Eriko, where I first attended, how I first found Shivaria is, the first, back then it was a different FLC. So there he said, money is absolutely neutral. It is just a tool. So it will amplify who you are right now. Right now, if you are jealous, if you want to do bad in the world, money will just make you more evil. Right now, if you want to do good in the world, money will just give you more opportunities. So money is neutral. How you think, how you want to employ money, what kind of relationship do you want to have with your money? If you want to figure that out, join Project 1 Million 1 year, because this gives a breakthrough to. We have never encountered any exception, like anyone who said, I knew that already, or no, it is not. But everyone said, yeah, this was eye-opening for some reason, for the energy, for the delivery, for how it is structured for anyone and everyone. That is why you should do this. However, that event is one aspect. If you think you need to have more work on your relationships with your family members, then yeah, this may help you understand some categories of activities, some categories of thoughts that you did consider or didn't consider, and yeah, how you can just how do I say this? Like we talked about business closing, but once you realize how it works, the baseline of how any negotiation works, then it will help you in every aspect. I am just saying there is an opportunity. I'm not saying this will absolutely work for every aspect. No, it only depends if you are looking for it. So yeah, this time of the year and you are looking for next year, have an, how do I say? Okay, now I need to hand it over to you girls because I'm losing my words. So if you any category you want to do better, or if you are in a very good place where you're happy on content, we are happy for you and God bless you and keep you like that. But if you want to just expand this goodness of yours, then join us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I really like what you said about the money being neutral as well. It reminded me of what Seb said when we filmed with him about, a doctor uses a scalpel, right? That scalpel in itself, is it good or bad? Well, you could use it to perform surgery to save someone's life, or you could use it to kill someone. So the scalpel itself is neither good or bad. It's what you do with the scalpel. And again, it's the same with money. It's not good or bad. It's what you do with it. And the knowledge, even what we teach at Project 1 Million and what we teach in more detail to our clients, or the closing skills and the communication skills, that's neither good or bad. It can be used for good and it can be used for bad. There's scams out there. People use it for bad all the time. That is not what we stand for. That is not what we teach our students to do, but you can. So I like that example that, yeah, money itself is not good or bad. It's just how you use it. And something you said reminded me of this video I saw. It's so easy when you get to like middle of the week or end of the week and you think, this week was kind of bad. I'm just going to start on Monday, or I'll start next month. Or it's the same thing when it gets to end of the year. A lot of people will look at their goal, their 2024 resolutions, and think, I haven't hit any of them. I'm not even close. Like, I'm just going to start next year. I'm just going to start fresh in 2025. No, you're throwing away 2 months of the year. 2 months of the year, 8 weeks. You could make so much progress. And it reminded me of this video I saw. I've seen it a couple times. And it's a physical representation of that thought process of, I kind of already messed up this week. I'll start on Monday. It's like if you're pouring yourself a glass of water, right? And you miss a little bit and a little bit gets onto the table. Are you just going to pour the rest onto the table? No, you're going to pour the rest in the cup and you're going to clean that part. And why would you, if you're pouring yourself a bowl of cereal and you get a little bit of milk outside of the bowl, you're going to pour the rest of the carton of the milk on the table just because you messed up a little bit? No, pick yourself back up, keep going. So don't start on Monday. Don't start on January 1st of the next year. Start right now, because imagine where you could be by then. That's what I wanted to say. But again, with your point as well, Project 1 Million, I want to touch on that because it is the last event of the year. We don't know if we're...
Before you do that. Grant Cardone says, in the time of contraction is the time to take more action. Because what happens is when other people are contracting and you're taking the action, you're gaining. It's like you're running a race, right? Although we don't want to think of life as a race, but it is kind of it's kind of like we're running a race. When other people are starting to slow down because they're getting to the finish line, you need to speed up, because that's where you're going to get your foothold, and you're going to be able to just go into the new year like already ahead of the game. So Project 1 Million, go for it, Josie.
Yeah, no, thank you for bringing that up. Actually, that's another point I wanted to make, is exactly that. Everyone else is slowing down right now. Everyone else is thinking, I'm going to start January 1st. Are you everyone else, or are you different? And no, exactly. No, you got to be different.
Would you follow them? Would you do
exactly? But Project 1 Million, yes, it's our last event of this year, and really, truly,
it starts this next week, doesn't it?
Starts this Wednesday. Episode is out, it will start in 3 days, 6th of November. But we have seen Shibari do this 15-20 times by now, like do plus webinars, like not even including all the webinars and the other events that she's done.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say there's at least 4 years for me. 3 years for you, or 4 years as well?
Yeah,
with different webinars and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And every single time I have seen both other people say that it's changed their life and actually walk away from it a different person. But I think what I always really like to highlight is some people, they come back for a few and they say that each time they learn something else. But for us in the team, we've seen her do it every single time. I mean, since we started doing like these actual 5 days event, we've been there every single time. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm still learning things and I still walk away after day 5 like, whoa, I feel like an up-leveled version of myself. So imagine how much is in there that if we can see her do it for over a year now,
But you
and
know what
we're
really helps? You know what really helps though is she says the same thing, but she words it differently every time. And then it
yeah,
kind of hits you a little bit different every time, or you pick up something else every time because it's the same information, but she works it works it differently. Go back to talking, Josie. I'm done.
no, I'm done. That was exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, exactly. So join Project 1 Million. It will set you up so well for next year. And it will really help in what we're saying here because I know it's easier said than done to like start now, start planning your goals. What do you want to accomplish? Like do the action now. That's
New Year's
easy said.
resolution.
It's easily said. It's not so easily done. I know. We know. We're not saying that. So get into a community or a group where other people are doing that. Because if you're not around other people that are doing that, chances are you're not going to either, to be honest. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, that's me.
What's that Shabaria says? Tell me 5 people that you're around the most, and I can tell you exactly your future.
Yeah.
I can tell you who you are
Yeah.
because you're a sum of all of the 5 people you're around the most.
Mm,
What kind of people do you want to be around? You want to be around the people who remain mediocre and just get by and survive, or do you want to be around people who are successful and reaching their goals? What do you
mm,
want?
yeah. Go
I
ahead.
think I learned it from Vin Jiang,
Mm,
like the stage speaker Vin Jiang, and he has this long, like a webinar where he's talking on stage, and it's all intertangled. Like I follow Vin Jiang and Chris Do, who's the creative master. So they all say this thing: what you believe becomes your reality. And Vin Jiang, he says, and it's a long where he's a magician and he's showing how your belief is actually forming your reality and how you are constantly collecting information. And every time you process according to your belief. So, mystery drinking water now. If someone is looking for evil, promotional influencers, boycott this product, they will find this. And if someone is looking for, that's a very cute cup, I want one, they will find this. If someone is looking for, that's a good thing, hydrate yourself, they will find something. If someone is not looking for anything, they will just ignore, miss out. So that's how it works. And at the end, Vin Jiang says, who forms your belief? The top 5 people you spend most of your time with form your belief. So for me, it's FLC. For years, I think we see one another on an everyday basis. And in July, I had an internet cut. And every day I was wondering, why aren't they calling me? Oh, it's meeting time. So yeah, I am absolutely, my brain is absolutely associated with the FLC community. And they form my beliefs and my actions are in accordance to that. It's not always, I'm not saying like we are all the same person yet. We have our unique personality. Josie has hers, Misty has hers. Misty is always right. And all of us, the
Misty's
entire,
trying to be a free spirit and keep her mouth closed.
yeah. So we have our unique personality. Yes, yet we will see our ethics, morality, belief, faith are in coherence, in correlation to one another. Uh, if you like us, if we are the kind of people you want to hang around with, then join our community, which is the free group is social, the smiley group. So please attach the social media entrepreneurs.
It's not that group anymore.
Freedom lifestyle entrepreneurs.
Freedom Lifestyle Entrepreneurs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It
The
was
Smile
earlier.
Group has been renamed, so she's still thinking old school. We've renamed it.
Okay, then the group is Freedom Lifestyle Entrepreneurs. To go there, and yeah, if you want money advice, of course, that is the core of our company, the core action of our company. But if you want any lifestyle health, anything, you will find people to help you with it. So, are we the kind of people you want to be around with? You make the decision and let us know in the comment section.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let us know. We've all been sales. You can't hurt our feelings. So be truthful.
Exactly.
But something you said, Shashmita, reminded me of. I don't know what you said and why this reminded me of this, but I think it will be helpful to share. I wish I could remember who said it, but you might not be as far away to your goals as you think you are. It might seem right now that whatever your goals is, like whatever money, family wise, personal wise, spiritual wise, you actually might not be as far away to achieving your goal as you think you are. Because if you think that you're really far from it and it's so in the future and it's only something that will happen next year, next 5 years, then you're right. It will only happen next year and it will only happen 5 years from now because that's what you're planning for in your mind. And that's how you're setting up your daily actions to reach that. But if you believe that it's right around the corner and your goal is actually something that you can achieve much sooner, within weeks, months, then you're probably right because you're going to start acting in the way to achieve your goal within the weeks and months. Because it's like this, how many times have you had a month to complete a task and hit a certain quota or a certain task, and it takes you a month? You do it right on the day, the last day of the month. But maybe you didn't actually start it straight away. You left yourself only a week or only 3 days to do it, and you still reach the same quota or the same target within those 3 days because you action, 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 action. Oh God, I have to do this. It's the same thing. Just give yourself, compress the time. It doesn't have to be 5 years from now. Yes, it's good to have a 5-year goal, a 10-year goal. Think in the future, but not everything is as far away as you think it is. Really, sometimes it's only one little thing, one little shift, one little daily action that you have to incorporate or add. And you're right there. You're so much closer than you think you are. And once you see that, once you start realizing that for yourself, you won't be able to unsee it. So throwing that out there for you guys. But yeah, that's what I want to say as well. Like with 2025, isn't that crazy? 2025 being right around the corner. You could achieve so much by January 1st. You could be a whole different person by the start of that year. And imagine the way you're going to show up then if you start now rather than showing up as you then, if that makes sense. And I know I keep coming back to that, but it's so important. But yeah, something you said reminded me of that you really aren't as far away as you think you are. Just believe you're closer and you will be. It's as easy as that.
Yeah, it's like they say that you people quit just before their success comes in or what they're wanting comes in. People quit just before, so you never know. If you just keep going, put in a little extra effort, then you can get there. I want to say that quote again that I really like. 6 months of super intense focus can set you 5 years ahead in life. Imagine what 2 months can do, even though you may think, okay, that's 6 months will set me 5 years ahead. What's 2 months going to do? 2 months will set you really far ahead for the next year. Just do it. Shushmita, you have more to say. I want to hear your beautiful voice. There's a pretty smile.
Another thing I want to add to what you said, that was beautiful, Josie. Like what you said, you may be closer than you think. That is beautiful. And another thing is when people have breakthroughs, the breakthrough happens in 1 second, but it executes, it works out to a long time of consistent actions and moving towards that. So one thing Josie said is what I did like yesterday, after yesterday is when I thought like a good art, it takes me time, like, is it good? No, it's not good. There are so many great artists. And right when I found out, like, I have 24 hours to do one, I don't know what happened. Like, I still cannot believe that I did that, but I did. So, three things that combined when it was just yesterday was the last day. So, if I look back, it was my passion. Whatever you are passionate about, it can be good or evil. You can be passionate about doing evil things, of course. And you can be passionate about doing good things, or you can just be passionate about improving your life. Oh, okay. Second thing is having that rush of I must do this. That is the drive. Passion combined with drive. Like I am, some people say they are very passionate about art and music, but they don't do anything. And funny thing, one time a guy asked me, can I do art with low effort? I'm like, what is low effort? Like not trying. How can you possibly do art without trying? Like I don't have time to practice, but I want to do what you do. And I'm like, it took me 15 years. I don't know how to do that. To find someone. So that is drive, that your action that runs your actions. And number three is a bit of fear, like fear of missing out on this that I am dying to do. You take however you want to process the word fear of missing out, fear of not loving enough for what you want to love. You process it your way. But what Josie said and what Mr. said, I just want to add, like, if you are looking for a breakthrough, it takes one blink to have a breakthrough, either good, also a bad one. So Matthew Hussey, a relationship coach, he always, most of his audience are women. And one time a woman asked, like, I've been trying, like, she's been dating and dating and dating and not finding the right one. So what do I do? And Matthew Hussey said, it only takes one right person. So it's not like you have to do anything after that. It takes one effort, but are you willing to invest your time and effort for that one right thing? It's up to you. The decision is yours. So yes, I am here, Josie, Misty, we all are here today because we took a series of action. And then when we found a breakthrough, we still may have many, many breakthroughs. And we don't know what tomorrow brings, but we do know our intentions are right and what our ethics are and what changes we want. So yeah, your actions, project 1 million 1 year, for some, it takes more than like that to make 1 million. For some, it takes a week to make 1 million. So time is not absolute. Time is not linear. Your time, when the time is right, I am a believer. So I will say, God, when the time is right, God will give you. And it doesn't mean that all the attempts are going nowhere. Every single attempt has their rewards, and you have to, if you believe in God, then I don't know if you are not a believer, then believe in science, that every action has its reaction. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing, what Josie said. And I just added something to it.
Thank you. That was a beautiful thing what you added. And it's so true. You just gave me an aha moment. I was like, whoa, that's so true. So thank you. And it reminds me of something that our coach said to me last week, I believe. Coach David, for anyone who doesn't know, the best coach ever. We meet with him weekly as a team. So when we tell you guys, get a coach, find a coach, learn from a mentor, we do that too every single day and every single week. But I was sharing with him, and I can't remember the exact number, so I'm just going to make some numbers up for the sake of this example. But he was asking me about my closes, and I was like, I was telling him, oh yeah, I closed 5 people this last week. Like this person did this person did this, like this person came back, blah 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 blah. And I was telling him all this, and he was like, wow, like that's so good. And then I told him also, oh, and I also had like a not so nice message or a conversation with someone, and also someone who was meant to pay this week, and that was all sorted. They didn't pay and they blocked me. And we kind of had a laugh about it because I got blocked by someone who was all ready to pay. And he said it in a way that I wish I could remember, but he basically just reminded me, like, hey, that's part of it. That is the reason that you closed those 5 other people, because you put yourself out there so much to the point of even getting blocked by someone. That means you put yourself out there over and over and over again, that you actually found those other 5 people to close. So yes, you got blocked, and yes, you got a not so nice conversation from someone. But if that didn't happen, you probably wouldn't have closed 5 people. I can't remember exactly how many it was. So it's that thing of, like Shushmita said, you will have a breakthrough, or you'll have a really good week or a really good day. But that's actions. That's so many actions that went into that over and over. If I only had nice conversations and only closed and only like had all this good thing happen, I would think that's weirder than if we didn't go through those tough times and all those other things to find those people. So yeah, just highlighting again what you said, Shashmita, because it was so good. That to reach success, you're also going to have to walk through those not so nice times. And like Misty said, on a call we had, the only way out of hell is through it. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't go back. That's going to be longer. Keep going through it.
That's
yeah.
actually a country song.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Rodney Atkins. If you're going through hell.
Oh.
Yeah. So I thought it was funny on the coaching call because Coach David was saying it, and I was going. We were both reciting the words, the lyrics of them.
I don't know.
I like how you guys keep saying that, to work, you need to work for the breakthrough. But the hardest thing to do is have that first breakthrough. And then after that, everything is easy. Everything comes a lot easier. The hardest one is the very first breakthrough. And, a lot of us are working on that. And this time of year is when we really need to, like we've been saying, pick up the pace. Don't slow down. Yes, we understand there are holidays going all over the world this time of year. We get that. And we understand that is very important, and you need to take time for that as well. But don't forget your goals. Don't forget your dreams while you're taking this time for family and the festivities and stuff. Use those in a positive way to your advantage. Find a way that those things can help you set your 2025 up in a very powerful way, right? Maybe you have to do a little bit of research and investigating on how to do that and kind of figure it out. But there's a way, and you can use what you have and what you know and put a little extra effort in to set yourself up for that really, excuse the expression, kick-ass start to the year, right? Don't set, I'm going to be very biased on this one, I guess is the right word to say. Don't set New Year's resolutions. Resolutions is just like a diet. You set it and you try to force yourself into this box and try to force yourself to do something that's not natural and you don't want to do, right? Don't do that. Set your intention now and just keep working towards that. Build up that natural, I keep thinking immunity, but it's not immunity, that natural action to doing those things and continue to grow. Like, it's almost like you're building a habit, but you don't want it to just be you want it to be a natural occurrence, something you do automatically. So just start it now. And that way, when the new year comes, you're already set, you're continue on, adding that little bit extra effort. And before you know it, you've had your breakthrough and you're like, yes, it's not even 2 months into the year and I've already broke through this, and now the rest of the year is going to be awesome, and I've got this. And so yeah, just work towards that first breakthrough. Yes, ma'am.
Just on that point, it's kind of like a close that you can use. If someone's like, oh, well, I'll start in 2 months, like we'll be ready in 2 months. Okay, sure. So let's say you start in 2 months. In 2 more months, where would you hope to be? Like, oh, we'd be doing this, like this will be better, this will be better, da 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 da. Okay. So what if we start now? Then in 2 months, when you were already going to start, you're already going to be there. And then imagine where you're going to be in 2 more months when you wanted to achieve this. So it's like that thing. Like, imagine if started now. So yeah, you just reminded me of that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's a good reminder. So ladies, we are getting close to the end. Do you have any advice or anything else? I know we're having so much fun. Do you would like people to know before we wrap up?
Any closing words, Shish? Look at that wise face.
Right? Just gotta put a wise beard on.
Yeah, let's go get our wise beards on.
Yeah, our wise beards.
Okay. So my last words are, yeah, if you are taking a step back, reflecting on yourself, I am all in with you. We are, Misty and Josie are also all in for you. Have a look at yourself, do your check-ins and check your actions and everything. And for the next year, when you are preparing, which is like in a few weeks, if financial abundance is on your goals that you want to work on, whether you are in a good place where you want to grow, please join us. If you are in a stagnant place where years after years you are putting in work, but the results aren't as you expect, join us. And if you are, I don't wish that, but unfortunately, in reality, sometimes we get in that position where we will just do anything to change it in a despair. Then please join us, let us help you and share your story. So join Project 1 Million 1 year and see how that goes. Just see, keep an open mind. If it it will work this way or that way. And yeah, if you want to add to your life, then join our community, which is free, Freedom Lifestyle Entrepreneurs, and see how these people, how we and our community operates. If ethics and morality are your priority, join us and see how it goes. And let us know, get back to this video and let us know in the comment section, like if what we said aligns, you find it right or you find it wrong, share with the world. And yeah, see you next year, which is in a few days.
Yay! Very well said. Thank you so much, Shashmita. And thank you for being here again. You always drop so much gold and so much wisdom. So thank you. We love you. And what do I want to say? I want to say this. Even if you're not maybe in a position to speed up, like we're saying, like now's the time to speed up, everyone else is slowing down, speed up, like go, go, go. Yes, I believe that is very, very good. And if you can, absolutely do that. If you're not in a position maybe that you can speed up and do more and go further, because maybe other things are going on, at least make a commitment to yourself to not slow down because everyone else is slowing down. So even if it's just that you're going at the same pace, that is absolutely amazing because not everyone is doing that. So even if it means you're just not slowing down and you're not taking your foot off the gas, then that's amazing too, because your goals and your missions and these things that you're trying to reach, again, whether it's financial, personal, relationship wise, spiritual wise, whatever it is, health wise, it's like a child that you need to nurture, right? It doesn't just go away at this time of year. You don't, it just doesn't just disappear and come back in January. It's always there. It's always there, whatever it is. It might change. It might be different sometimes, but it's always there, and it's something that will only ever grow and only ever flourish if you keep nurturing it. You keep giving it food, water, sunlight, exercise it. So that's how I would say to think about that. It doesn't just go away. It's still there. So still keep nurturing it, still keep putting water on it till the end of the year, and make it flourish before January. That's me.
Just keep going. And there's
Yeah.
a song, Boyzone song, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Well, add this
Yeah.
music in the background. Jose.
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, I am trying to learn Espanol. And they're helping.
Estás
Muito bem.
haciendo muy bien.
Oh, wait, that
Well,
was Portuguese.
Misty,
Yeah, you're doing
Misty, always right. Share your closing thoughts.
I wanted to say that, you know, I really love how, first of all, I think people should be a free spirit, right? And what I mean by that in this instance is don't slow down like everybody else is. Be a free spirit. Be on and the one who's going to reach their goals and dreams and set it like I'm starting now. And like Josie said, remain consistent. You don't have to speed up, but remain consistent. Don't slow down. And I wanted to say that I love how we do these episodes. And if you notice that each one of us here has a different perspective on the same topic, and we take things differently. And I love that because not everybody's going to resonate with how I say things or the way I take things. I take things from a more emotional standpoint, whether I mean to or not. That's just how I take it, and it's just me. Josie's a little bit more logical, and Shishmita's even a little more logical. They're in different, you know, aspects. You're emotional. Don't get me wrong. We love you, Alien, but you do think in a different way than I do, and I don't know how to. I guess I don't know how to
Okay.
express that.
Okay.
Because that's what I'm saying. Each perspective is important because each one of us say things and we take things and we interpret it and use it in different ways. And I love that because people need that. And let me tell you right now, guys, you need to find a mentor. Okay. You need to find people that are on the same pathway that you are on. So if you are thinking, okay, if everybody around me is doing this, and I want them to help support me and help me kind of figure out how can I get this going, find somebody who is doing the same thing that you are wanting to do, but is doing better than you, and model them. You can even get in contact with them if possible and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. This is what I've got. What do you think? I need somebody's opinion who is either in this or has done this before that can give me the right kind of feedback. Because you want to be careful who you're asking information and advice from, because of the fact that a lot of the people around you will give you advice and it may not be the advice you need. It may be too negative. And that is because they're projecting their fears and their mediocre mindset onto you. And you need to be able to be around people who will encourage you to do the right things and reach your goals. You had something else to say there, Shush?
Yeah. I wanted to add one thing, though it is very hard to differentiate because everyone is saying positive mindset, positive things. But how to differentiate? I know Misty has better insight on this, but for me, it is the attention to details. As in Misty, if I am mentoring Misty, then it won't be the same as when I mentor Josie. I have to understand both of them, and I have to be very aware of right and wrong. Like, how did it go wrong? And then from there, I have to pick them up. So I leave it on to you, and we see, please, if you can elaborate, like how can people differentiate from who is actually helping? Because everyone says the same thing, right? I am helping you. I'm the positive. It's all in the mindset. They're helping you. So how do we know?
Yeah, that for me, like I said, this is why I love this, because we all interpret things differently and there's so many different perspectives just between the three of us. See, for me, how I differentiate from other people is I think, okay, how is this what this person's saying? How is it making me feel? How am I taking it? Am I taking it the way that they mean it? Or am I taking it too personal and taking it negatively? Okay. So I figure out those two. Now, is the information they're giving me, is it positive? Is it negative? How is it going to affect my journey and my end result that I'm looking for? I want it to affect it in a way that's going to, um, if that is going to propel me forward, right? So whether it be, I don't want to say fail because you don't want to fail, but if you do fail, you want to fail forward either way. But you want it to be able to give that um, push in the right direction. Because maybe okay, let's throw this out. I know I'm going to wrap up here. I'm talking way too much, but maybe you're going towards a goal and you talk to somebody and they say something and that makes you fail. Okay, it's not their fault and it's not your fault. It's a lesson you had to learn. So now you can pick up from there. You can learn, okay, this is what happened. This is what I did. This is what happened. Oh, I got it. Now I can do this. When you're going through life, you're putting your puzzle pieces together. Sometimes you find ones that fit for a little bit and then all of a sudden, pop, they pop out and you have to find a new piece. It's okay. Just stay consistent, keep going, find the right people to be around. Find somebody who is doing the same thing you are or that you want to do and is doing better than you are and mentor them. Not mentor them. Learn from them, study them. Anyway, whatever. Okay, we're going to end it there because I'm just going to keep going. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Shushmita, for being here. I love how we all have different perspectives and we can still come together and work towards the same goal. And each one of us gets different results, but it's all positive and it's all for the benefit of everybody else. So with that being said, guys, thank you for being here. Keep learning. Be sure to help us push this out to everybody. And how to do that? Well, you have to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share it with everybody because everybody needs to know that they can be free. And right here's where it begins, right? So with that being said, guys, thank you so much. And we will see you next time. Oh, FYI, guys, there is a new schedule with the posting of the episodes. So I will be getting a short little video or something out to you guys soon with all of that information so you guys can have that. And it will be posted someplace pinned, probably on the YouTube channel or someplace where you can reference that pretty quickly. And it will be like, you'll know when we post something else. So thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys next time. And like we said, FLC.
Once again, you can see the clips on 50 Shades of Creative too. I forgot. Yes. I will show you what that's. Give me 1 second. I am sorry.
I don't know what's happening.
There, yes. Yes. Go out and check Shushmita's channel. She is fantastic. She's on YouTube as well and on Instagram.
You will see the clippings of this.
Yes.
Yes. Freedom FLC Hangout. You will see clips on my channel, 50 Shades of Creative too, because they are my favorite brand. That's why.
And you did such an amazing job on our brand. We love it. We're so proud of you, Shushmita. We love you so much. So guys, go check out Shushmita. Follow her, like her YouTube channel, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere you can find her, follow her. She's absolutely incredible. Check out her artwork. She is phenomenal. She's very, very good. And And just an FYI, some of her stuff may be out for sale, so check it out. You may want to pick up something that you really love that she's done, and it would be a one-of-a-kind original for your own home. So you never know. So with that being said, guys, welcome to the FLC family, where once you're family, you're family for life. We'll see you guys next week or next time. Bye.
Bye.